This is literally basic high school biology that I'm describing. Naturally occurring melatonin. You know those pills that y'all take to get sleep? I'll take this and I will like mist it in the air on my pillow. Sleep is literally the #1 beauty hack that is gonna upgrade your life and keep that face card swiping. A lot of women don't realize that the #1 beauty hack is to go to sleep. The #1 thing that you can do to be more beautiful, lively, to achieve a prettier look is to go to bed. You need to get 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours of sleep, especially if you are sleep deprived. What happens a lot is we don't prioritize our sleep because the lives that we live in society, it projects onto us that we should prioritize other things. But what a lot of people don't know is that I'm not just saying this because it sounds good. This is according to science. Every single function in our body is derived from the quality of sleep that we do or don't get. That includes our cellular repair, how clear our skin looks, the way our food digests. So in this video, we are going to cover why it's important for women to get sleep, how you can center sleep in your life, things that you can do to set the mood for quality sleep and develop better sleep habits. So if you are interested in this topic, then you're in the right place. To all of my subbies, welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Kiya, and over here we smell good and elevate. We talk about fragrance, fashion, lifestyle, and all things involving womanhood and stepping into the woman that you know that you are supposed to be. And on this channel, we have a signature woman series that is running, and this will be a continuation of it because a signature woman prioritizes her sleep. And what a signature woman is a woman that shows up, she prioritizes and practices her values. She's embodied, she has a polished and put together presence, but it's not only about her appearance, it's about how she pours into herself, and the way that she pours into herself translate into how she's felt by others and those around her. So if you are interested in empowering womanhood topics like this, definitely please go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss another video. We are a channel full of fragrance lovers, so first let me go ahead and share my fragrance combination of the day with you all. From Brown Sugar Babe, I have the Lady Luck oil, which is supposed to be the rendition of Donna Born and Roma. If y'all know me, y'all know I don't feel like this smells like Donna Born and Roma, but it's still a beautiful black currant, jasmine, perfumey, feminine type of vibe that I paired with Lotus Pear from the 7 Virtues. Y'all, I actually put this in the washing machine like 2 years ago after I came off of vacation, and the label came off, and I pulled the bottle out of the dryer and the fragrance inside was still good. So I'm getting down to the bottom of it, trying to use this one up. I already have a backup bottle of Lotus Pear because this is a beautiful, crisp, fresh and perfumey pear that smells ultra feminine and provides just a beautiful complement to the Lady Luck oil. So that's what I am working with today. Getting enough sleep is literally a matter of life and death, and that's not me being dramatic. You're literally asking for yourself to have the onset of illnesses and diseases and to ultimately die if you are constantly depriving yourself of sleep, if you're not prioritizing sleep, and if you are not on a schedule where you are consistently getting a quality level of sleep. So scientifically speaking, the way that you can become more beautiful, more pretty, more lively, have a better complexion is literally to prioritize your sleep and to get more sleep. Okay, this is not just me saying this. There are studies that show that women especially need more sleep. And also, as I stated before, the functions in our body depend on the quality of sleep that we get. So whatever issue that you're having, whatever ailment that you have, when people are sick, the doctor prescribes you some medicine and then they literally tell you to get some rest, to lay down, because the body repairs itself when it is in its proper sleep state. But the reason why a lot of us do not get the sleep that we need and do not give ourselves the sleep that we deserve is because we have internalized guilt about sleeping and resting. Raise your hand if you come from a household or you were raised with the notion that, you know, it was lazy to sleep or to sleep in or to take a nap or anything like that. I know I definitely was. Now me, I've always been the type of person that I prioritize my sleep by going to bed and going to bed early, but a lot of people, they don't necessarily find that as a bother, just because it's kind of like, oh, you might be missing out on something, you know, oh, this person's going to sleep, they're not really bothering anybody. But say if it comes to wanting to sleep later into the morning, or to say, I've been up since 6 a.m. I've done a lot. I'm a little tired. I need to sit down. It's 2 p.m. Let me just take an hour power nap or a 30-minute nap. Those are the type of things that, you know, we don't allow ourselves to do. Or even if you have goals in mind, you know, might have been victim to the team no sleep type of rhetoric that tells you like, oh, you need to push yourself, like you need to be having late mornings, late nights and early mornings, and you need to be pushing yourself to the limit. So there's a lot of guilt and shame, especially for women, around how productive you are and the amount of sleep that you're giving yourself. But also, I just want to dispel that and say that women, our bodies are wired to produce and to reproduce. Women are literally inherently productive, which is why our hormones act differently and react differently under stress in different circumstances, and why we need more sleep. This is why I say it's scientific. It's not just an arbitrary thing. So y'all want to talk about decentering men and the patriarchy, this and that. Don't let the projection of a man and his biology and what his needs are disrupt you from having the peace of giving yourself the sleep that you rightfully deserve as a woman. Like a lot of this outside projection of, is this woman lazy? You know, is she getting, you know, too much rest? Is she not contributing enough just because you want to lay down and go to sleep? I know that is something that a lot of women struggle with, and I am here to say that it is okay to go to sleep, and it is required to go to sleep. A lot of emotional anxiety, a lot of stress and pressure can also be alleviated through the practice of getting quality sleep, okay? Even your weight loss. If you're overweight, if your skin is not clear, I remember I made a short about this, and a young lady commented and said that her hormonal acne cleared up once she prioritized getting enough sleep. Well, that's because, again, all of our functions in our body are derived through sleep. If you have a dysregulated sleep schedule, oftentimes you'll have dysregulated hormones, but it's also vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So if you're putting things into your body that dysregulate your hormones, it will disrupt your sleep. So this is what we are here to talk about today, because it's a holistic view, a holistic approach, and it literally does translate into the physical traits, because this is what our body is made up of. Our body is a system, and people do not understand that sleep is literally at the center, the core, the recharge. You know, you're supposed to put your phone on the charger so the battery doesn't die, but you don't know that you're supposed to lay down and go to sleep to recharge yourself, to rebuild up your emotions. Even like when, you know, we're little and we need to take naps, or if a child is fussing and screaming and crying, we tell them to go lay down because they need a reset. Nothing has changed for us as adults. We still need to give ourselves that opportunity to rest, relax, reflect, recharge, go to sleep. And there are now studies that show that if you have been sleep deprived, you literally need to give your body back the sleep that it has been missing. A lot of times people say a tired person will function as like a drunk person. This is how much sleep is important. The fact that you're not getting enough sleep, it can literally impair you and inhibit the repair of your body, your cells, the proper functioning. So back in the day when I was in high school, I would have exams. Who remembers high school and exams? And during that time, sometimes I would have to stay up later because I was studying for, you know, tests and making sure that I was doing the right thing because I was a scholar. So literally I would have to stay up later, and that is not something that I would do. So at the end of the school year, the first 2 weeks of the summer, I would joke around with my mom and say, hey, I have rollover tired, because y'all remember rollover minutes back in the day. I thought it was a joke to say like, yeah, I have rollover tired, so I need to sleep longer for these first couple couple of weeks of the summer to give my body back, repay my body back the sleep that it, was missing. So I would joke, but I would literally go to bed at like 7 p.m. and wake up at 7 a.m. for a good week and a half to 2 weeks until my body felt refreshed, rejuvenated, because innately I knew that I needed to put the sleep in the bank and give my body a deposit of sleep so that I will be at my natural level of energy and restedness. And now there are studies that show that rollover tired is actually real. If you have been sleep deprived, you need to put more sleep back into your body. You need to have sleep in the bank. So it's really that serious. And I just want to, set the stage and let people know that it is important to sleep. It is okay to sleep. I can hear somebody now saying like, oh, you say that women need 8 to 12 hours of sleep. That's unrealistic. Sure, you're not wrong about that. But again, that is the way that our society is set up to sometimes make you believe that other things are more important than getting your sleep, like going out with your friends, staying up late, binge watching episodes of TV. I'm not saying that everything is perfect, but if it scares you or if it sounds unrealistic, don't blame me. This is literally basic high school biology that I'm describing. And this is the reason why, social media will lead you down a path of chasing every single thing except pinpointing and identifying the prominent factor that will contribute to your overall health, wellness, your beauty, which is laying down and going to sleep. So you have to take the time to rearrange your life, prioritize what your values are. That is why I tied this into the Signature Woman series, because you have to decide that sleep is of value to you. And then this is just an invitation to start to shape your life around getting quality sleep, getting enough sleep. That includes prioritizing yourself, saying no to other people, turning off the television. Maybe you're not up to date on the latest shows and pop culture, whatever that looks like for you, and it will make the tremendous difference in your health, your wellness, and your beauty. So now that we know that sleep is literally the number one beauty hack that is going to upgrade your life and keep that face card swiping, I'm going to share some things that I do to prioritize sleep, to make sleep a prominent value that is reflected in my life through my actions, and share with you how you can set the mood towards getting more quality sleep and some habits that you can form. So number one is, yes, literally sleep is a priority. When I wake up in the morning, I'm literally thinking about what I have to do and then how I'm going to be getting back in the bed to get myself enough sleep. Everybody who knows me knows that I prioritize my sleep. I'm all about my sleep. She don't like to be out late. She don't like to do stuff too late. So when that is a part of your personality and people knows that that is a part of your value system, it makes it easier for you to achieve having more sleep and prioritizing sleep. So again, it's going to have to show up in the way that you set your boundaries and show up with your standards. Your standards are not just always these things that are for other people in a relationship. Sometimes it has to do with yourself. So it is a standard, is a value of mine that I get at bare minimum 8 hours of sleep. And oftentimes I treat myself to more because it's a mindset that I have that sleep is luxurious. It's not this, it's not that. It's about me pouring into myself. That's my version of luxury. That's my version of a soft life. So the number one thing is I prioritize my sleep, and then I say no to the things that will interfere with that. The next thing I do is I make sure that I set the mood and I create a relaxing environment for my sleep. So that includes like having a nice pajama set. I have this pajama set here from Target. It's nothing crazy, but this is so comfortable. It's brown. Y'all know I love the color brown, and it's just super nice. It feels luxurious. I wear like cute little dresses, pajamas, all that type of stuff, to bed, to treat it like a fun and cozy ritual. I also start a wind down process maybe 2 hours before I go to sleep, and I'll light candles. As y'all can see, I have my candle burning beautifully in the background from my brand, the October Song. And today's candle that we're going to be featuring is our Me Time candle. So it's a beautiful blend of vanilla, amber, and musk, and it's called the Me Time candle because it is perfect for setting that mood for coziness and comfort. It has vanilla. Y'all know in our fragrance videos we talk a lot about vanilla and how it reflects warmth, comfort, familiarity, and that vanilla really goes a long way to putting you in the mood to exhale to release, seeing the burning light and the flickering of the flame also gets you in the mood of comfort and relaxation. So definitely go ahead and check out my website, theoctobersong.com, shop my High Note luxury candle collection, and pick up the Me Time candle to set the mood for your sleepy time pleasures. Another thing that I try to prioritize that I'm not always so successful at because I'm not a robot, but it makes such a good difference, is number one, not drinking alcohol during like the nighttime. Like, I really don't drink alcohol like that, but again, I'm more of a daytime person. If you're gonna drink alcohol, you need to become a day drinker, because as you get older and you're drinking at night, it disrupts your sleep, which is gonna impact your hormones, and it's a snowball effect. So if you're gonna drink, you need to make sure you become a daytime drinker. Cut out alcohol if you can. But the other thing is I try to like cut my food off of what I'm eating to 2 to 3 hours before I'm going to bed, to give my body enough time to kind of settle, to digest the food, so I'm not actively digesting food as I'm sleeping, because that will contribute to a better quality of your sleep as well. And then y'all, herbs, y'all know I'm into my herbs. This is my chamomile. It's literally almost out. I need to run to the market and get some more. And then this is my lavender. So y'all know I love to layer scents with perfumes. I love to layer fragrances in my homes. And so when I light my Me Time candle, I might treat myself to some lavender chamomile tea. And if y'all know anything about the vanilla lavender combination, this is the ultimate combination for relaxation, for familiarity. Like, I absolutely love it. So this is another thing that I do. I also use my hibiscus, y'all know how I feel about my hibiscus. I have this huge container because I don't play about my herbs, but hibiscus has naturally occurring melatonin, those pills that y'all take to get sleep and everything like that. It is highly naturally occurring in hibiscus. So I do have the Herbs Flow and Glow guide that is available for free at my website, theoctobersong.com. It has my favorite herbs, as well as some healthy drink recipes that you can get into that help to balance, regulate your hormones, and make you taste and smell good from the inside out. Again, I am not a licensed doctor or a physician. Consult your doctor, consult your primary care physician before you start introducing herbs into your diet, and also do your own research. Y'all, every medicine in the world is derived from a plant source. So plants, herbs, they're actually meant to do something. They are actually very healing. They will give you results. If you're taking other medications and things like that, make sure that you're doing your research so that you're not disrupting anything else that you've already got going on. However, I swear by herbs. I love herbs. They are very healing, and incorporating these particular herbs are perfect for setting the tone and setting the mood for optimal and consistent sleep. So wanted to share those with y'all today. Speaking of the lavender vanilla combo, y'all, when I like something, when I get into something, I can get like very obsessed with it, and it's just kind of one of my things. But Sleepy from Lush is one of my all-time favorite bedtime body care routines that I have in my collection. I also have this lavender body wash. I didn't feel like taking it out of the shower, but say that to say, when I'm taking a shower at night versus when I'm taking a shower at day, my nighttime shower and lotion up routine and stuff like that is the lavender vanilla, because this puts me in the mood to go to sleep. Everyone's is going to be different. I would say if you don't have one, get something with vanilla in it, because again, vanilla has that familiarity. It's a secret weapon. Y'all know we go deep on vanilla on this channel, and me, I don't even like cookie cutter vanillas, but you can't deny the properties of vanilla, the relaxing and all that kind of stuff. So yes, Sleepy is a lavender and vanilla combo. I'll take this and I will like mist it in the air on my pillows and stuff like that before I go to sleep. I'm rubbing myself down with this. If I come home and I take a shower, because we at that time of year in Houston where every time you go out the house and come back, you really got to rinse off. So I might be liable to lotion up 2-3 times a day, but if I ever put this on, I'm not coming back outside the house. So just, you better hope, if you want me to do something, when I lotion, I don't grab for my Sleepy, because that means that I am in, honey. I am in the house, slipping and sliding in my pajamas and my sheets, and I'm getting some good sleep, and ain't nothing wrong with that. So yes, these two products I absolutely love to set the mood, set the tone, rub up on myself, and get into all of those good vibes and feels before I treat myself to sleep. And then, as much as you can, create an environment that feels like a sanctuary, that is calming, relaxing, and peaceful, whatever that means for you. Create an environment of safety, of sleep, of serenity in your room, wherever it is that you lay down and go to bed. I know I absolutely love my bed, y'all. I've had the same bed for almost a decade, and I'm the type of person that I feel like I create luxury in my home. That's why with my brand October Song, our mantra is luxury is where you are. It's printed right here on the box, because when I tell y'all, people know that I love my bed so much, and it is so cozy, it's so comfortable. I love my bedding, I love my pillows, I love my sheets, I love the decor. I don't have a TV in my room. I have candles lit, maybe some incense burning. Like, everything in my room is focused on, like, this is a place of sleep. So if you can incorporate any of those tips or habits to make your bed, your room, your environment for sleep more alluring for you to seduce yourself to sleep, that's what you got to do sometimes. That's what I do to myself. I think my Amazon storefront is linked down below, because all of my bedding and everything is from Amazon if you're interested, because it's very comfortable, very cozy. I do the whole duvet situation, but I've had the same bedding and everything for years. If y'all notice about me, I'm kind of a practical lady. I stick to the stuff that I know. I talk what I know. I'm not doing every which and way thing, because that's on being a signature woman. Knowing yourself, liking what you like, doing what works for you, and then compounding on your values. So that's really what it's all about, y'all. So yeah, babes, that's what I have for y'all today. Sleep is so important, and it is the ultimate beauty hack. Don't let anybody tell you anything otherwise. We can talk all day about how to enhance this, how to enhance that, but if you are not getting enough sleep and prioritizing it, then I invite you to do so free of guilt, and just doing right by yourself as a sign of goodwill for yourself. I want that for everyone. So let me know, was this video helpful? Did you find any of these tips or this conversation as a whole, necessary? Let us know. What are your tips down below, or what are some of the products or the things that you do to set the mood for coziness, comfort, and curating an environment of comfortable sleep for yourself? We really would like to know. But as always, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning into this video. Please go ahead and give it a like, leave me a comment down below, subscribe, and hey, if you like it, hype it, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.